Well, hello, dear twin flames out there. This is Dagmar, the spiritual healer, and we're doing a reading, twin flame reading for the week of, it is June 17th of 2019. Can't believe we're halfway through June already. So anyway, yes, let's look at where you twin flames are at energetically this week. And again, the way I do these readings is from the perspective of divine feminine as well as the divine masculine and the energies that they're both bringing to the table, and what are the lessons to learn, and what is the highest outcome of, where you can grow from the situation in the relationship. So anyway, again, twin flames are a beautiful thing. It's a very divine adventure to meet your twin flame, and I hope you make medicine out of it, because they're not just here to irritate you, but rather to help you awaken, to help you grow, and to help you heal. Okay? And so the more you can do that actively, and the more you will benefit from the relationship with your twin flame, even if and especially if your twin flame happens to be negative, or you can't quite be with them even if they're married, or whatever the situation is. There is reason that you have attracted them into your life, and they are in your life, and if things are bothering you with them, there is a reason why they're bothering you, because there's some kind of resolution that's needed on a much deeper soul level. And I specialize in the healing journey. I facilitate healing journeys for people, for twin flames. You don't have to have your partner in this journey. You can just do it on your own and still shift the dynamic between you and your twin flame. So if you would like some help in your journey, please connect with me. I'm happy to help you with that. So let's look at what the cards have in store for you twin flames out there today, what the message is from Spirit. And if you are new to this channel, first of all, please hit the subscribe button if you like what you're seeing, and so also the bell button to so that you may get notified with any new videos I post. I post videos every week. And also, if you like this particular video, please hit the like button. If you have any comments, anything you want to share with me, any questions, or any ideas as to what subject you would like to know about, perhaps I can make a new video and put it in the comments. I would love that. So anyway, let's get started on the reading here for this week. Again, that's the week of the June 17th. And let's look at what the divine feminine is bringing this week to the relationship. All right, what kind of energy? So let's look at what we get for the divine feminine and what she's bringing. Oh, interesting. So we have the divine feminine is bringing compromise this week to the relationship. So whatever the issue is, she is willing to compromise. And, that's awesome. Sometimes that's how you get things done in relationships, is through compromise. Let's see what the divine masculine is bringing energetically to the relationship this week. And the divine masculine is bringing the Fool. And the Fool is kind of a interesting card. It's kind of about sort of being more carefree of a way of being. And let's see here what I'm going to kind of look up real quick what the card actually explains for the particular Zen cards here as to the Fool. Let me see here if I can find it, that is. So we have the Fool here. And the Fool, the card says here that Moment to moment, with every step, the fool leaves the past behind. Interesting. He carries nothing more than his purity, innocence, and trust, symbolized by the white rose in his hand. The pattern on his waistcoat contains the colors of all 4 elements of the tarot, indicating that he is in harmony with all that surrounds him. His intuition is functioning at its peak. At this moment, the Fool has the support of the universe to make this jump into the unknown. Adventures await him in the river of life. The card indicates that if you trust your intuition right now, your feeling of the rightness of things, you cannot go wrong. Your actions may appear foolish to others or even to yourself if you try to analyze them with the rational mind. But the 0 place occupied by the Fool is the numberless number where trust and innocence are the guides, not skepticism and past experience. So it's a beautiful way of being. It's the in the present now moment, just going by intuition. And that's what the divine masculine is bringing to the relationship energetically, which is kind of cool. And perhaps as a divine feminine, if you are having a hard time with being sort of carefree and you are much more living in the structured way, you might experience difficulty with that. And it is there to really kind of teach you how to become more or less rigid, I guess, if you will, to be more open and flexible on your path, on your journey, rather than just constantly needing structure and knowing and controlled ways of doing things. So perhaps your divine masculine, your twin flame, is really helping you learn some of that being in the present moment and letting go and just following your intuition and not letting the past pain or whatever else in your life dictate the moment. So anyway, I think it's a sort of a learning experience there with your twin flame there with each other. And perhaps you as the divine feminine, divine female, you're basically teaching your divine male how to compromise in situations. So you're learning from each other, you're teaching each other things. So let's see what the combined energy here is, the composite energy for both. See what comes up, and that is, ooh, interesting, it's stress, okay, which is fascinating. So there is some stress involved for both here, because again, if something is taking you out of your comfort zone, as a twin flame will, in this case, about the difference between being present and flexible versus not having a rigid way of being, and needing to compromise, there's a certain stress factor with that, right? Because when we're not used to doing that in our comfort zone and it's taking us out of our comfort zone, we're experiencing also stress around that. So that's interesting that that card came up as the composite energy here. And let's see what the insight to all of this is for both. And that is, a new vision. Interesting that that would come up, because guess what? When we're learning new things, new way of being, by what our twin flame is teaching us, we are basically having a new vision, new viewpoint of how things are or how life can be lived. So in other words, the divine feminine learning from her male, or divine masculine, how to be in the present moment and being flexible, that's a new vision for her. And for him, it may be a new vision to compromise in situations. So there is the overall insight into all of what's happening here is that both of you twin flames are gaining a new perspective on life as a result of the energies that both of you are bringing to the table right now, all right, and learning from each other. So that's very fascinating. So that's really cool. And so let's go ahead and pull some Kuan Yin cards. And Kuan Yin is a master, spiritual master like Jesus, except in the Asian culture, and the cards are quite beautiful. They have a very special message. And I'm going to have to read parts of that to you, because there's no way I remember that from each card. But let's see, the first card is again for the Divine Feminine. And what is she learning in this situation? What is her lesson in this whole thing? Right? So let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about that. And that's for the Divine Feminine. So we have Princess of the Autumn Harvest. Oh my God, that's a beautiful card for the Divine Feminine. Princess of the Autumn Harvest. And let me just read you what the card says. 72. So here we go. Princess of the Autumn Harvest. The Princess of the Autumn Harvest brings gifts of bounty and blessing for efforts and actions of the past. It is time when fruit of labor is ripe for the picking. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. This may come in the form of a spiritual gift, an opportunity, a windfall of abundance, a significant relationship, or an important friendship, and more. With gratitude in your heart, you will recognize the blessing when it comes to you, and it will serve you perfectly. Be open to receiving it, knowing it is justly deserved. How beautiful is that? So there's a gift coming to the Divine Feminine from this whole relationship, and basically the fruit of the labor that she has, put into this relationship will be a nice gift of some fashion or another, either in your relationship or in some form of abundance or a gift of some sort. But there's something coming to you which is really quite beautiful. That's really awesome. And for the Divine Masculine, and what is he learning in this whole process? Let's pick a card for him. And the Divine Masculine. The Dance Unveiling for him. Interesting. That's a very fascinating card too. The Dance Unveiling. Okay, let's see what the card says here. So the Dance Unveiling. There's a situation in your life that is about to reveal itself to you with greater clarity. Just like sand shifting, the picture will seem clearer and quite different on how it once appeared to you. This clarity will bring you great relief and confirmation of your situation. Be patient and allow the revelation to come to you at the perfect time. Often what we think we know is only a small part of the bigger picture. With some more information, what we think is the truth can shift, sometimes dramatically, and reveal a completely different reality. Sometimes we really imagine a situation, person, or place to be all that we think or feel that it is, only to find that it is not quite that way at all after some time and involvement has passed. There is an important situation in your life right now that is still unfolding, and you have not yet perceived it fully. It is safe for you to be patient and curious and trust what you feel is unfolding now. Don't rush to set things in motion, to perform a structure, or even to make things concrete until you have had a chance to be clearer about the situation or process. There will be a time in the near future when you will realize that the graceful cosmic dance of Kuan Yin has unfolded and a veil has been lifted. At that time you will realize that you are seeing much more clearly and accurately than you have previously been able to do. So that's very fascinating. So for the Divine Masculine, there is something that's still unveiling for him. And it's so interesting because it has to do both of them with a new vision, new perception, right? And so that makes sense that it's all unveiling for him. And for her, for the Divine Feminine, You know, she's going to be receiving a gift here, that something's coming to her as a result of this relationship here. So that's beautiful. And then let's see what the last card is about. The highest outcome. So the highest, you know, and how and what you can learn basically from, or grow, how you can grow from this relationship, from what's happening here right now, from the situation. So what is the highest outcome here possible as a result of the learning and this energy that's going on here? So the highest outcome for both is the bamboo moon. How interesting is that? So bamboo moon, and that is the very first card in the deck. And so the bamboo moon says, did you know that there are no mistakes in the universe, and all events, circumstances, relationships, and situations are unfolding in perfection with the timing and intelligence of the divine plan? Any apparent delay is in your favor. If something is happening for you right now, then that is perfect too. Divine timing is perfection. It is safe to trust this now. You might be wondering if anything is ever going to come together for you, or if it seems to be happening quickly now, if you are even ready for it. The answer is yes, and yes. Divine timing is always at play, whether we are letting go or trying to force something. The intelligent power that is vaster than our comparatively limited vision is always in flow, and we are a part of that. We can find so much peace and joy when we realize this and learn to trust and relax in the unfolding of our divine destiny. Chinese bamboo helps us learn this wisdom of divine timing. For about 5 years of its early life, not much appears to be going on as the small roots attempt to ground themselves. Yet when they are ready, those roots are exceptionally strong, and the plant suddenly grows like wildfire. There was much more going on in the preparation for powerful growth than what appeared to be at the humble beginnings of the bamboo plant. So it can be with divine timing. There are periods when not much appears to be going on at all, and we can begin to expect that this always will be the case. Yet this inner preparation time allows for swift development and growth when we are ready. When the time for patient and thorough preparation is over, our growth can happen very quickly, and we might then be concerned that it is all too fast and we cannot keep up with it. But of course we shall keep up with it, because the inner preparation has allowed us to develop a good foundation of spiritual strength. So what's really fascinating, basically the bamboo moon is about you growing internally. Okay, so this whole thing, everything that's happening right now energetically, that you and your twin flame are teaching each other, mirroring to each other, and you're developing new vision as a result of it. There's still something unfolding for the divine masculine. There's a gift on its way to divine feminine, and the ultimate highest outcome possible here is growth for you. So embrace the divine twin flame journey and allow yourself to see between the lines of what's happening deeper within you as a result of the relationship, and how it's helping you grow inside, how it's helping you have a new vision, new way of perceiving life, and the gift you may be receiving, or what might be still unfolding for you as far as the male or the masculine is concerned. And it's just a very beautiful thing. And when you start looking at the deeper aspect, spiritual aspect in life, life becomes much more multidimensional than when we just plain old live our day to day, not looking behind the scenes. And I think this is a beautiful journey. Again, if you need some help with this twin flame journey, I specialize in facilitating healing journeys so that we may heal some of the unresolved past for you that can represent blocks, that can, cause anxieties and fears and worries and all kinds of stuff. And that your twin flame might be also mirroring to you or triggering you in you. And, if you are stuck in that mode, please reach out. I do this professionally, and I'm very good at what I do, and I can help you basically move past that, beyond that, so that you get ultimate benefit from the twin flame relationship, and you can actually experience the growth, as the bamboo moon talks about. Because sometimes we can get stuck in there, and there's not a lot of us that understand what to do in terms of really resolving the past, especially when it comes to past lifetimes and things like that. So give me a shout if you would like some help. Again, hit like on the video if you like this reading, and subscribe to my channel. I would love that. And I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you soon again.